Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
Hey everyone.
This video is going to be our top 5 reads of the week.
Top whatever.
Top whatever, yeah.
Top
We kind of
whatever.
got 5, but we share some other ones with each other that are in our top overall reads. So we're going to go through all of that with you guys this week. But first, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let us know what you like to read this week.
Yeah, what was your number one?
And welcome back. Let's start off with our number 5 read of the week. I'll let you go first on this one.
So I think this is gonna surprise everybody. It's a Marvel book. Eternals, number 5. Kieran Gillen, who is one of my favorite writers that I didn't actually realize was writing this until you pointed out to me a little bit ago. But I've just been like every issue I keep picking it up and I'm like, it's a really good story. It's like a whodunit, murder mystery-esque Eternals story. And I wanted to have some sort of frame of reference for like going into the movie when it comes out, and
Yeah.
I'm having a good time with it. Some
I
crazy
read
shit.
issue 1, and it was fun.
It gets pretty crazy. Shit
Yeah.
pops off. It pops off. It's a good book.
I'm going to have to pick up the trades on that then.
I like it, but I will read anything he writes. So
That's fair.
my opinion only means so much when it comes to his stuff.
You're reading his stuff and you don't even know it.
Yes.
So my number 5 this week is Freak Snow, issue number 2, from Happy Tank Comics, Behemoth Comics. And I felt like this one actually made a little bit more sense than the first one. We were talking about this before, that it's crazy, it's wild. Some things aren't going to make sense, but he's got a little bit more purpose to what's going on right now in his world. Bernie kind of gets the call to duty to come save the princess from the monsters and everything. And when he gets to the princess, things aren't quite what he expected.
Yeah, and I vaguely followed it, but I think I need to give it a reread. I was not too in the loop.
It's and kind of how Kevin has said before. It's wild, it's crazy. It's a look inside his mind, but it's also pushing the boundaries on what a comic could and should be.
Yeah. Which is good. We need that. Not every book is made for every brand.
Exactly. What do you got for number 4 this week?
That next one is Made in Korea. So I was really surprised when I picked up the first issue and I liked it as much as I did. It was okay, I haven't picked up too many books this week. Let me get like an issue 1 and see how it is. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
It's pretty good. And then in issue 2, you're like, oh, you're going into left field. Okay. And it's great. It's not what you expect. And it's every single, both issues so far have ended on really good cliffhangers that you're like, now please. Give me more now, please. Thank you. So yeah, I love it. Recommend it. If you just passed it over, shame. Pick it up. It's great.
Yeah, so great. And the way that issue ended, we're going some creepy places next, I think.
It's gonna get dark.
My pick for number 4 is an issue number 4.
I also have that.
Witch Blood. This just like the world just opens up so much in this issue. Like, I think there are like 2 or 3 twists in this one.
Oh God, I don't.
It's just so good. The art, fantastic. The colors, like normally, like I'm like, yeah, the colors are good, but the colors in this just make everything.
What was it? A neon. Neon was the color I think that they used to describe it, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty great. I love the potions and all of the magic goodness.
Yes. Like
if you're the movie character I wish to be.
She's so good.
She's so good.
I still, I when I read this advance and like did the review for it, I was like, oh my god, like this is happening. Oh, and I turned another page, and this is happening.
And this is happening.
So yeah, if you're waiting to like get in on this and read several issues at a time in order to like
now
figure out if you want it, read 1 through 4 right now.
Now is your time if you've been waiting.
And
it is all for you.
And that's how I'm talking about my number 4 pick of the week. There were so many good reads this week.
Yeah, no, for sure. So my number 3 was number 3 by the Horns. Still loving it. Unicorn Murder Goodness. It is fabulous. Everything is great. And, you know, she's becoming not the worst person. There's a little bit of personal growth in this issue.
Yeah.
A little bit of backstory development. Yeah, you with your fancy cover.
Yeah, from the Scout subscription box.
I've been enjoying it. I think it's great. I think everyone should read it. It's tons of fun.
Yeah. The character growth that she has shown, and I think is going to have to continue to show, is just
phenomenal. It's this whole like quest that she's on to kind of, she doesn't know it, but that's her quest, is to like become a better person.
Yeah.
Not murder all the unicorns, perhaps.
Hopefully.
Potentially.
For unicorn's sake. So my number 3 is a number 1 this week. White number 1, which I know your shop did not get it. Yeah. But
second print.
Yeah, second print was just on FOC. For those that did miss this, so hopefully shops saw how well it sold, and that then they put in
I have the whole thing technically on my pull list for pre-order, so we'll see what they're next. Hopefully they don't allocate the rest of the printings.
I think this was the only one with the limited.
It tends to happen with issue ones, and I'm mad about it, but it's fine.
Yeah, but because this came out this week, I forced myself to go finish reading Black, which I'd gotten halfway through.
It's so good.
And it was so good, and this just kind of picks up, like not immediately after that story, but a little ways after. And if you see, who is on the posters, right? Who's president? It's the bad guy from the, first series. So, yeah, things get crazy. His son does some crazy stuff in this too. And the world building of, these superheroes, or not even superheroes, but powered people, and the fear that causes, the racism that's involved behind all of that. It's a powerful message in this book.
Yeah. I was really, really excited when I saw that they were doing that. I was like, just give me all of it, please. Yes.
Yeah. It's a very important story that they're telling.
My number 2 isn't this one. We only find them when they're dead. Surprising absolutely no one, except for maybe because it's not number 1. I also picked up that cover. No surprise there. But I love it. I'm still loving it. It's sci-fi goodness and a beautifully artistically done bow. I have no qualms with it. I just want more of it, always.
And I liked this issue more than issue 6, I think, because it explains what happened in that
his first issue in his arcs, like in everything he writes, are always very world building, developing. It's a lot. It's a heavy pill to swallow for some people. I love it. I have no issues with it. I just want more of it. I want this to be like ongoing. I love it.
It's amazing, and the art, like you said, so good.
Mm-hmm.
I went with my number 2 pick. You Promised Me Darkness.
Another good one.
Of course, I had to get all the covers for it because they're all
the
beautiful. You've been going with the pink.
I'm gonna go with the pink ones. I think they're good.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're setting up for the final kind of arc of the things. I know issue 4 or 5 is like a 2-parter. And this world is crazy. It's awesome. The more you read the narrator, the more you're like,
Diva
almost.
is my favorite.
I hear Sage's voice
I
in my
love
head
Diva.
before Sage is even talking. I'm like, oh, she's probably gonna say yikes here, and it happens, and it's great. Um, but the more we're finding out about the villain and some other stuff going on, the more I'm like, yep, I need more of this, and we're gonna get more of it after this. There's
We
gonna
learn a lot about both of the teams in this issue, which I really liked. Fleshing out characters a lot. Like I really like Diva. I think she's great.
Yes, it's like she's on the wrong side of all this, but she's amazing.
So good. She's
So
so dope.
And that brings us to number one, which we have the same number one.
And I will admit, listen, I was not expecting to like this. I completely knocked off the idea of it. And then the axe opens its mouth, and I just went, yeah, I'm into it. This is my kind of weird and crazy. And if any of you have listened to the Adventure Zone, it's Beacon. It's Beacon.
It's Beacon.
It's great. I loved it. I will admit when I was wrong. I will thoroughly admit when I was wrong. I loved everything in this book.
It's just great.
Is badass.
We've got a barbarian that wants to kill everything, but can't because he has been cursed with an axe that makes him only make like morally right choices.
Yeah. Morally correct blood is the blood that he craves.
Except he gets drunk on that blood.
Oh yeah, no. Homie gets trashed. Love it. I love it so much.
I'm betting he makes less morally good decisions the more blood he has, because he's getting super drunk on that blood.
Yeah, the worse the person, the drunker he gets, I'm gonna bet.
And then we get this character also, who
she's so dope.
She's a witch, but she freaking pulls weapons off of her.
Yeah, man. Her tattoos are magic.
It's awesome. Magic tattoos, barbarians, talking axes, like it's got to be a number one pick of the week.
So good. I loved all of it.
So if you aren't reading this, go read it. If you picked it up just to collect because it sounded like the hot book of the week, read it. Open that book.
It off because you didn't think it would be good, read it.
If you wanted a Conan book, it's not quite that.
No, it's better.
It's better.
It's better.
Absolutely. That is our top reads this week. There's so many good reads that we couldn't put on here, but we wanted to keep the list, short, so we aren't talking all day about every book. But lots of good things that came out this week. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it here and you aren't subscribed, go do that.
All the buttons, type all the things.
We're, I guess I have this down here too. We're on Instagram. There. Those things.
Yeah. We're there. One or the other. We're both.
Exactly. As always, collect what you love. See you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.